What I saw was a lot of fake people, a lot of phony people. There are ways that I could intellectualize it, but I wouldn't even do that because I'm not trying to show you my skills. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Well, I don't make my work for you to interpret it. I make it for black young people so that they can understand that we are at war, that we have to be strong-minded, that we have to be productive, that we have to be unafraid of expressing ourselves and getting what we want in this society. Well, what most people who know my work know is that I don't only teach young blacks to be militant, I teach them to be intelligent, substantive, to make analysis. I think that America has to stop painting young black people as being uncivilized and irrational. The gap between young people and the rest of society is that young people don't have hope. Jesse Jackson says keep hope alive, but there is no hope because they look at the leadership, number one, and they say, okay, to get along in American society, you have to be a sellout. You have to put on a suit, talk like a white man, ask for what white people want, say what white people like to be successful. And young black people don't see that as something that they want to strive for. We want to be able to be who we are, talk how we talk, walk how we walk, live how we want to live, and be producers and providers for our children in the... What I saw was a lot of fake people, a lot of phony people. There are ways that I could intellectualize it, but I wouldn't even do that because I'm not trying to show you my skills. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Powerful is when you can deliver resources, services, and substances to your people and not compromise. The only black people who can become mayors of these cities are people who compromise with the white power system and deliver the resources to other places other than our community. I'm going to tell you what for. What we need to do is get our experts together, make an economic assessment of our relationship to America, our contributions to corporate activity, and divest from America as a white racist institution. Black youth, we spend a lot of money on sneakers, we spend a lot of money on gear, we spend a lot of money on jewelry, and we're going to have to be unified.
Yes, back up in the building one more time. Today we have another vibe for the week. And Prime, I ain't messing with you, man. I deal with so many people that's like super astounding, super respectful. And I know for a fact that if we don't come together, then, it don't matter. And a lot of this has been survival mode for a lot of times. And so shit, you always had to take care of yourself. You always had to do what you had to do. So it ain't never a knock. As I'm doing the study and just kind of in channel and doing the work, and then I come through and it's like, damn, that is low-key offensive for people to have work. And then let me also say, like, if you don't have a job, trust me, this is not glamorous. This is not glamorous. It is not easy. It is a culture shock every single day. But in the hopes of building with people and coming together with people, I hope that we can overcome all of our obstacles financially, agriculturally, information-wise, skills-wise, product-wise. I feel like in order for us to grow, we have to transfer information, knowledge, and wisdom. That's why I'm here today to cover these weekly astrological events. This is Astro Vibes. I'm the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com. It's always weird to look at yourself in the camera. Y'all ever done that before? It's super duper weird. Never get used to it, but I'm never getting used to people coming on my channel, commenting and showing love and sharing love. Never get used to that. Never take that for granted. So all of the appreciation and love that I have for y'all, let it pour over and pour forth into y'all everyday lives. And hopefully you can tap into this cosmic knowledge and tap in, because when we reference cosmic knowledge, a lot of people read a couple books, start talking about its archons and things of that nature, and all you need to do is work with demons and work with spells and work with rituals. And then when that stuff start working, guess where they come back to, ladies and gentlemen? To astrology. Why? Because we is only dealing with time, and we only dealing with the esoteric. So in my studies into last night, into today, I came up with this question, man. Are you a master builder or are you masses builder? And I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm just trying to Ask the question. And if you are masses builder, man, make sure you do a good job, because the reality of superseding or growing, like say for instance you in a small house, you want to get to a bigger house, you do not treat that small house like shit. And just because it's a bigger house out there, no, you treat that one bedroom apartment, you treat that job or whatever toxic relationship like it's the best thing going. In it's a magical thing that happens because the vibrations say, okay, you're ready for better, right? So if we are in our particular situations and we feeling like, well, damn, I hate this situation, I hate this relationship, I hate this job, I hate this traffic, I hate working from home, you create that vibration. And so I know y'all know all of this. Y'all extra woke, heard all of the lectures. So trust me, I'm not going to say nothing today that you haven't heard before. However, in the midst of the inundation of existential bullshit, let's deal with some internal intrinsic value concepts. And we can use the cosmos as a reflection point of our overall understanding and then move forward with the knowledge of time. We're not worried about the spells or rituals or initiatory rites today. We are just happy to be alive and breathing and being able to listen. Before I get into this build, I want to put y'all on to something, man. The power of listening, the power of shutting off all of the bullshit. I mean, shutting it off. Like I know you like to go to sleep to the slow jams and things of that nature, have the TV on and things of that nature. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of your mind? Are you afraid of your heart? If not, then listen to it. Tune into it. I know y'all heard this before, family. I know y'all heard it before. But have you been listening to too much Spotify and not enough Soulify? Have you been tuned in to YouTube and tuned out of the Soul Tube? Very important to listen to the silence. And if you want more information on the silence, you would need to tap into what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to get into this build. So peace to the family. Thank y'all for joining me. I feel great. I'm on my ginkgo biloba getting ready for my third eye activation, which will be taking place at the end of December or the beginning of January. We just have to see how things weigh out. But in the meantime, in between time, get you some ginkgo biloba, family. Take 2 in the morning, 1 at night, and get that good stuff. That good stuff.
alchemicacademic.com. You are the book. Monthly courses designed to help you read yourself. Book now. alchemicacademic.com. You are the book. Monthly courses designed to help you read yourself. Book now.
This Saturday, me, Prime Harmonic, Dark Serpent put together a Chakra Nova presentation centered in the throat chakra. A lot of people act like we just started this. Yes, on this Saturday, that's cool though. We've been doing this, we've been true to this, and because of that, we were able to exercise our throat chakra immediately. If y'all didn't catch us on Sunday service with Dreamwise, be sure to check that out. And we were able to flex that throat chakra and continue to flex that throat chakra as we move forward. We do have the recording, right? We do have the recording. It's on ColumbianExchange.com. It'll be one of the first items you see. However, the link is in the description. If you like a direct type of person, don't want to scroll through nothing or check out a brother's handiwork on his website, just give me the link, hood. I don't want to look at your website. You know what I mean? Cool. Forget all the work and effort I put into it and things of that nature and using the search function and things of that nature. Forget all of that. You know, just the direct link. So if you need a direct link, please, the link is in the description. If you want to peruse the Columbian Exchange, that is Columbian Exchange with an X. That is how I pay my bills. I do not pay my bills from YouTube. YouTube send me $100 check every 2 months. Full disclosure. So if you care for this content, love this content, and want to support this content, utilize the links in the description for the many different ways you can. I try to provide many different ways so it could be a mutual exchange of information, because the money helps me, and hopefully the knowledge and wisdom helps you, and you could take this knowledge and wisdom and make way more money than what you actually investing in. So Links are in the descriptions. Thank you guys for supporting me thus far, but we got way more bigger places to go, so we're going to continue to disseminate this information. Yeah. My TED Talk over? I think it is. I don't got nothing more to say. Let's get right into this information, right? Right now, as we speak, the moon is conjunct Aldebaran, the sun is conjunct Antares, and I've been wanting to talk to this for so long, family. I've been wanting to talk to this, but because I want to talk to this, guess what happened, family? I was busy. Super busy, super duper busy, and it didn't stop. However, I'm here now and I'm able to talk about it, and I guess Spirit had a way of kind of slowing me down and tempering me down, right? Because we dealing with the heliacal rising, and Scorpion is very important to me. My wife is a Scorpio, true Scorpio. You understand what I'm saying? Holds that Scorpio energy down. Now, as the sun transits the heart of Scorpio, and you understand like these portals and these relationships, this is really important in the realms of relationships because you're dealing with Scorpio, and Scorpio is the sexual organs. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Mars and Pluto ain't nothing but knocking the boots and creating a baby. Okay? So the reality of your relationships, the truth within your relationships, that primal love that's able to be translated really matters, especially from November 29th to December 2nd. And what's happening with a lot of female energies is that they're experiencing the menstrual period, to which that is a calling of magic. What you thought you was going to get a fairy tale and goddamn fairy robe with a wand and walk around this bitch flying around like Tinkerbell? We'll keep waiting on that, and we'll tap into this magic that's happening now, right? And then a lot of times this conversation ain't for you, because a lot of people have been timing their energies with the moon. They went from new moon to full moon like that. Like, what happened with that? I was timed to the new moon. Now I'm timed to the full moon. What's going on with that? Well, that's just cosmic alignment, right? When the sun conjuncts Antares, especially for Scorpio energies, especially for Taurus energies. And when we reference Taurus, we referencing that Pleiades energy. We referencing that cosmic Milky Way energy, where all of your ancestors be partnered up, ganged up, all of your higher selves, all of your ancestors be like, hey, what up? What up, what up, what up? And see, since we don't understand cyclical time, we don't understand these portals. See, a portal is a place to start over, to which you're going into a place that you don't even know where you headed, right? So stop thinking that a portal is a magnificent place, because if you ain't ready to start over, you ain't ready for no portal. You want things to be better, but are you ready to start over? Because time don't move in a straight line. They taught you that in the Matrix or in your calendar or wherever the case may have you. Time moves in cycles, meaning that you start and you end. So if you want to deal with the etymology and the esoterics of this actual full moon, it's a reboot. See, this was y'all scared of. This ain't what y'all ready for. You say, what, man? I done build up my repertoire. I'm employee of the week. I done got degrees and I got to build it up. I done built it up. I say, what if you threw it all away and listened to nothing? Especially between the November 29th and December 2nd, and I'm talking, but y'all not hearing me, and that's perfectly fine. This happens all the time. Y'all think that the growth is what you need, but really it's to start over is what you need. Because Antares is what they would call a negative star. It's destructive, it's evil, it's centered in danger. And if you read the article, you can kind of understand. By the way, shout out to John on the ones and twos on the boards. So say for instance, if you read the article links is in the description, because I'm not here just going to talk about it. I'm going to present the information to you so you can understand it, do your own research and things of that nature. Listen to yourself, listen to your heart, right? And since we referencing the heart of Scorpion, we talking about the depths of relationship. And then you talk about full moon, y'all be listening to other people who tell y'all to do work during the full moons, not knowing that full moons is a time of illumination. So a person seeing all the work that you're doing, you being spotted, you know what I'm saying? You getting seen 10 steps ahead. But I told you you're supposed to do work in the dark moon. But you can't help but to do work during this time because you really want to be in love. But it's really deep, right? Because all you got to do is say, hey, what's up? My name is such and such. I'm interested in getting to know you and things of that nature. You don't gotta do spells and rituals and things of that nature for a relationship. I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 2000s. You know, 99 in the 2000s. You back that thing up. Everything works itself out. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do no spell, ritual, and all of that. You can have a good, healthy conversation with somebody and then move on from that. Set a plan. So the difference of the reason why it would be called a destructive or negative time for people and energies during this particular time is because they're not psychologically aware. They're not psychologically whole. And what we mean by that is that we are fully aware of our soul. We know that our soul is present. And our soul might not be talking to us because that's our thoughts and that's our mind and that's our insanity. Our soul is quiet. Our soul is meditative and peace and bliss. And if we tune into this, especially as we go through waning moons, because a waning moon is a time to let go. What did we want to let go of? Our random ass bullshit ass thoughts. I'm talking, but make sure you hearing me, make sure you listening, right? Because if you ain't processing what I'm saying, then I'm just wasting my breath. And if you feel like the need to increase, then less is more, right? Less thoughts, more manifestation. Try it out. I'm only speaking about things that work in a space where a lot of people is telling you they doom and they gloom, or the shit that they just read in some random ass book. As if that's going to move you forward. What's going to move you forward is listening to your soul, not listening to a whole bunch of idiots spit off rhetoric and things that they think, things that they wish for, things that they don't truly know. To which we can only know what our personal souls tell us. So once again, why am I saying this? Because this is why people are going to go through negative catharsis. The world is falling. All of my illusions, all of my false ideas are coming to pass as being actually false. And I'm gonna actually have to get my hands dirty. I thought I was gonna do rituals and spells. Where I was watching this video and they told me that I could just do a ritual and I could just do it. It don't matter the time. It just do it. Cosmos don't matter. But this spell that I made up in my mind, this mattered. This spell that I heard from this other person don't matter. An intricate cosmological pattern that can't be manipulated by men. Well, no, that matter. But these thoughts and these ideologies that I'm absorbing in my mind, they truly do matter, huh? Whew, that's a real doozy. I say this all the time. When you put your ideology before your biology, you like a crash test dummy. You just here for the test. You just here for the test. You try to think that whatever you thinking on is going to monitor you and get you to where you need to be. But the message that I'm bringing forth is when you listen to your heart, like listen to your heart, very simple shit. But we in 2020 now, they got the TVs on, the internet on, and their headphones on at the same time. They watching TV, watching their laptop, watching their goddamn music player, the Bluetooth speaker, right? Surround sound, right? Trying to talk about tuning into the soul, and that shit boring. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. That shit is irritating and boring, so let's deal with something more funner. Let's listen to some Muzak and not listen to the Muzak of our soul, okay? So what we're referencing is Antares, the heart of Scorpion, the true heart of your passion. We talking about soulmates when we deal with the energy of Scorpio, so I get kind of moved. I get kind of passionate. Because they'll say that Antares represents destruction, evil, and danger, but at the same breath, they'll say Antares is the fixed star of success, worldly, and worldly possessions, and personal victories. And I'm saying, how can it be both? And this is just my theory, and you know what I do in my theories, you know what I'm saying? They require to be tested like any theory. I say the destruction and evil and danger that this energy persists is because people aren't psychologically whole. And I seen people kind of laugh and scoff at the notion. Even a psychologically aware person is going to struggle in this life. Have you tried it? Have you tried it? Don't tell me what being psychologically aware is going to produce if you haven't tried it, because you don't understand what I'm referencing. I'm saying being aware of the Atman, of the God within at all times, and speaking from that and projecting from that place, and not projecting from that place of fear and worry and scared and thinking that's all that there is, because you haven't done the chakra work or understood the importance of chakra work and grounding your electrical tower known as your human body. All of this electricity coursing throughout your body and you not grounded. But you want to come through with the most profound downloads and grow your channel and speak to all of these people and then scoff at the notion of being psychologically aware. I scoff at you, fam. I scoff at you. We scoffing at each other at this point. Aldebaran, the energy that the moon is conjunct of, you can call this Mithras. It's the energy of contracts. It's the energy of cosmic contracts and also them contracts that you wrote with your job and things of that nature. And it's time to renegotiate, right? Renegotiate. So the difference between Aldebaran for the normal person and Aldebaran for the person that's psychologically aware. See, a lot of this shit began to make a lot of sense when you tune into the psychology. And that's what I bring forth. The study of your soul. Be clear about this. The study of your soul, right? So a person who don't study their soul, you know, share this, like this, subscribe, right? A person who not aware of their soul, they think that they need to join a fraternity or sorority and pay a lodge and things of that nature. And then in order for them to grow through their fraternity and sorority and they lodge and they brotherhood and they sisterhood, guess what they got to do? They got to listen. They got to listen. Listen to their superiors, listen to their line, listen to their grandmaster and things of that nature. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you need. However, if your instructor is giving you negative information and you following it, guess what you become? A crash dummy. To which, who are you going to listen to? What they saying or what your soul's saying? To which, if you tuned into your soul and listen, Listn, I think you spell that, and I think it's an anagram for something that's called silence. I know you heard this before, family. I know I'm just saying shit over and over again. I know. But when you get to wondering what the solution is, don't say I ain't tell you. And trust me, in order for me to prove every single point that I'm making, I gotta kind of go back and forth, because I can see it now. I can see you crash dummies doing everything that your grandmaster tell you and thinking that's right and exact. I can see you on that crash dummy shit. And then I can see the person saying, you know what, forget all of that. I'm going to tune into my soul. And then that person ostracize him. And you know, I can't deal with him. He a little rough around the edges. He ain't going to listen to Massa. And I asked the question, my nigga, are you a Massa builder? Or are you a master builder? Do you have to get subscribed to some shit that was already set out before you? Or do you create a whole different structure for your progeny, for your children? Or you going to just tell them what Massa told you? Because we done been there, done that, got the ticket, t-shirt, and souvenir, and I ain't going back there no more, my nigga. You understand? We gonna tap into these cosmos with no middleman. Okay? It's real simple, and hopefully I'm making sense. The purpose of these 2 stars is to provide balance for positive change for you and your world. And the problem with society at large, they keep going and going and going and going and going and going, right? They keep going up and going up and going up. But ain't nowhere, you can't just keep going up. Every mountain has a peak. Am I lying? If every mountain has a peak, then there's no such thing as ascension, my nigga. That's just an illusion. Because every time you go up, you're just going to be sitting on top of the world like Brandy and Mason. You ain't going to put out a hit song in 20 years. You feel me? Because can't nobody hear that shit no more. You too high. To which you got to get off your high horse, literally, and climb down to the people, because what we dealing with is skin hunger. Trust me, I don't suffer from skin hunger. I'm not malnutritious. I get enough hugs and love and kisses and all of that. Abundance. You understand? That's the true abundance. Y'all had all of this money but ain't got no skin, and now the COVID hit, and now you wondering what true wealth is. Buy something else on Amazon again. See if it works. See if it heal you. You know what I'm saying? You just not spending enough on Amazon, fam. That's the problem. You need to spend more money. right? You don't need people in your life. You don't need positive relationships. You don't need affection. You just need the cash, all right? You need the menu. You don't need to learn how to cook. That was the last video. Tap in or tap out. Why? Because this is a tough year for everybody, but don't nobody understand the psychological availability of tuning into your soul and then the direction that it will lead you. If you haven't done it, you just haven't tried it. To which I'm promising you, there's nobody on the chat that can say, I cut off everything. I silenced everything and I tuned into my soul. And that shit still ain't work good. I was still depressed, sad, and lonely. The only thing you can say is like, I heard what you said, but I could not get off of that Facebook. You went live, and then my homeboy went live, and then my homegirl went live, and then I was on Instagram, and then I was on YouTube, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get off the phone, and I'm gonna get on Netflix, and then I would binge watch this show, and then I was on Hulu, and then I was on Disney Plus, because you know the Mandalorian season 2 is over. You know I gotta break that down. And then Dreamwise told me about this other movie, and Panic told me about this other movie, and now I gotta read the book now, you know. So all of this stimuli. And is anybody telling you to cut all of this shit off? I'm just wondering, because I haven't heard it. You know what I'm saying? And it is not like, okay, well, you put out content, you share. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll put out a 20-minute video and things like that, and it's get 100 views and things of that nature. So it's 7 billion people in the world. So I'm not the cause or the cure for none of this shit. I'm just saying what it is. If you want to get ahead, your soul like, what up, bro? Let's do this shit. And you like, well, I'm trying to hear what Hood Mystic is saying. I'm trying to hear what Mama Mystic's saying. I'm trying to hear what such and such is saying. Dreamwise, D-Ray, what y'all got to say? We low key like, well, what do y'all have to say? On the low, you feel me? Because it ain't about what I know. It's about what we know and how we can share and grow and how we can support each other. So if you ain't telling me what you got, I don't even know no way to support you in your endeavors and things of that nature. That's what I'm on. So the idea of listening to your soul, putting shit out, you'll get your soul family. But if you following a bunch of crash dummies, following orders and following instruction, that ain't real brotherhood, fam. That ain't real sisterhood. That's slavery. Okay? That's slavery. And so in order to tap into the positive side of Aldebaran or Antares, we want to tap into the positive side of that. How do we do that? We got to perceive an enemy and we got to defeat it. Because in the royal star sign, we talking about the energy of Saint Michael and Saint Uriel, right? Saint Michael and Saint Uriel. So Saint Michael, he coming with that sword. He trying to knock something out. So you might think like it's an enemy outside of you, but the real enemy is your lack of psychological awareness. And I'm saying it because it's going in one ear and out the other. Because it go one ear out the other and come back like, yeah, I'm just trying to get my baby daddy. I'm just trying to make some money. I'm just here for existential means. And if you can't provide me no existential value, Hood, then I ain't with you. But I'm saying I'm not giving you shit existential. Only value that I'm giving you is intrinsic. That's the only value that I'm giving you. And if you can't understand the value of intrinsic value as being unlimited and infinite, in that extrinsic shit is like getting on top of the mountain and trying to get to a higher mountain when you just can't. You just can get lower once you reach the top. But the amount of knowledge that I can get you to tune into your soul, that will provide unlimited exponential growth, unfathomable growth, internal intrinsic growth, right? To which shit, people tell me about 6-figure accounts all the time off of this intrinsic work. And the person that's always trying to get it one ear out the other, I hear them struggle all the damn time. And I'm like, well, you have done nothing. Being my friend, right? Being my homegirl, being my homeboy is not going to provide you the intrinsic value. Working with me or doing a project with me or nothing like that, that's not going to give you the intrinsic value. Listening to your soul, doing these intentions with timing, like keeping timing, understanding the conjunction, understanding planetary influences, so you can supersede that shit, so you can bypass that shit, so you can prepare for that shit. Perfect. So so say for instance, I'm talking about a thunderstorm, right? Just simply wear a goddamn umbrella, fam, and you'll be cool. What is that umbrella? psychological understanding, fighting that ego. Cause in the blink of an eye, you talk to one of these woke niggas, they be like, no, the ego is good. The ego is good. You need the ego. Soon as I'm talking about some transcendent shit, you start thinking about how you cookies is really going. See, y'all got poison in this shit. Y'all felt like doing poisonous shit, toxic shit, was going to get you positive results, but it's just getting you more toxicity. I'll go one better. Y'all didn't have to be woke to do all of this ratchet shit. Y'all could have stayed in the hood. All the shit that y'all be doing, the polygamy shit and all of this hexing shit and negative shit, that's just hood, random, regular rigmarole shit. I can go to the east side or the west side to experience that. When we talk about esoteric knowledge, we talking about perfection. We talking about something beyond humanity. So if you feel like cookies and lower level sex is going to get you to that level, then by all means, go ahead. But I promise you, you could do that shit and not be woke. I promise you. You could do that shit and not tap into none of this. So in this, cause I tell you, I'll do you one better. Most people have an agenda, right? and that agenda, it's like, I got to give you something positive that you could eat on. And then I'm going to give you the bill afterwards. You like, damn, this was good, but it wasn't worth this. You know what I'm saying? But that's because a person ain't going to tell you why they even here. I'll do you one better. A lot of spiritual people be really thinking about it like my. Like, like, listen to a spiritual person and be like, really, like, my. When they read it out of a book from somebody else or got told from somebody else and built with somebody else and bought some paper from somebody else and bought a pen from somebody else and used somebody's computer that they bought from somebody else and the technology that you use to get the transmission out come from somebody else. But as soon as they get to talking, they shit is my. My this, my that, my this. No, it is ours. It is us. It is we. So when you deal with a full moon, you have broken people trying to use you to be whole. And you, right, because you hear, you tapped in, you understand it, you trying to be whole within yourself. You like, I love you, babe, but I can't complete you. You got a whole living soul that you got to get in tune with that's going to complete you. And it might even tell you, you know what I'm saying? Get that nigga a little head tonight. You feel me? Get a little sloppy toppy tonight. You like, okay, so that's how we giving it up. You feel me? And that's how it works. Give him a little tip. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? Give him a little $50. Tell him to go out. Give him some head. Give him $50 and say, go out and enjoy lunch for yourself. I'll hold it down. And vice versa. You understand? Your soul is give you all of these types of things to make your relationship better. See, you keep walking by the paper towel box at your job. See, you want that promotion, but you keep not doing the shit that you need to do. Why don't you just pick up the damn box and stop waiting for somebody else to do some shit that you see? You see it. You looking around, well, who gonna pick up that box? It's your job, nigga. Pick it up. What if it ain't your job? Show that you capable of doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Every situation presents this opportunity for you to love it or to reject it. But if you truly woke, I love that word, you will begin to be positive in all situations because your enemy is not external. Your enemy is your own personal ego. Your ego is producing habits. Your ego is producing toxic relationships. And to make it worse, you got these spiritual dudes saying that it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Don't nothing matter. Well, if don't nothing matter, why is you even talking, fam? You listen, if a conscious person is telling you don't nothing matter, then they would, if doesn't nothing matter, they wouldn't even open up their computer and stream live or upload a video because that don't matter. Obviously, they got an agenda and they trying to tell you some other shit to keep you lost. Yeah. So we in the Rohini Nakshatra. We're gonna talk about two things. We're gonna talk about Tavastar, and we also gonna talk about the divine feminine energy, Earth Mother energy, and no, not Earth Mama energy, Earth Mother energy. Spirit was like, be real clear, because people would be googling Earth Mama, and that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Earth Mother energy, and not a shot, just an understanding. We're talking about Earth as a matrix, not Earth as a person. The matrix is the womb of creation. So person say, shit, I'm gonna start me a damn chitlin company. I'm gonna just sell chitlins. I love chitlins so much, I'm gonna start a chitterling company. I'm gonna be the world's foremost chitterling provider, and he creates that because this is a matrix. There's all types of shit out here that you ain't gonna buy. You ain't gonna never buy, never think to buy, never be put in a position to buy, because you ever just drive down the street and just look at the businesses that you'll never ever go to? You ever do that? I was like, damn, I'm never going there for nothing. I have no purpose, no desire to go nowhere for anything. Why? Because the matrix is a storehouse for psychic energy. Whatever you have a passion for, whatever you have a love for, you can put forth. And the matrix hasn't changed. We're just going through a cyclical change, which they call a great reset and things of that nature. But a great reset is perfect if you understand that everything moves in a cycle. So now, do you want to create you a little boat shop or something, my nigga? You feel me? You want to sell boat supplies? You feel me? You want to sell grass? I don't know. You want to sell paper bags? Like, what do you want to sell? What do we need? This is a great reset. Everybody needs stuff, and we can't even get it because people is paranoid, thinking that the world going in. But if you listen to your heart, if you listen to the earth, you'll understand, like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. And if I do go somewhere, I'm going to still be here. Because life is cyclical in nature, not linear. No such thing as linear time. Do y'all just go throughout y'all day just like sun? Did the sun just exponentially grow throughout the day, or do it set and rise? Have you ever seen the sun say, you know what? I'm tired of you, moon. You always shining at 12. I never shine at 12, fam. I'm about to come up in this mug and just... Nah, especially if you live in the Western Hemisphere or United States, you constantly see the sun and the moon interchangeably. Because it's time working cycles. So our illusion is that time works in increase or in linears. And that's very profound what I just said. But you got to sit with that shit for a long ass time for it to really sit in your brain, for it to process. That time work is in cycle. That's why streets go, that's why streets are up and down. That's why your house is in a square, because everything about, that's why pictures are squares and things of that nature, because everything is trying to trick you into linear time, 90-degree angles. However, when you go out into nature, you do not see that. You see the mandala, you see the spheres, you see the womb of creation, to which, if we can just simply understand this as a concept, as a people, like, the woman comes first. Why? Because they hold the womb. You don't wish to become that. You just wish to honor that. A lot of y'all tweaking. I ain't gonna go there. Right? Our cells are circular. Right? Our existence is a circular path. So when we understand that creation is our ability to dive in that womb of darkness and silence, I know you done heard this before, family, but if you doing it, then you like, damn, this shit is lit. But if you ain't doing it, you like, I'm worried about what I've been seeing on the news and TV, hood. I've been worried because things ain't going my way. Well, if things ain't going your way, go into that void of consciousness and submit. Maybe you going through a cycle where you going through a new beginning. You'll be really surprised when you give up your ascension and start over. Every day you start over, fam. Y'all 30, 40 years old. Y'all been starting over every single day, dog. And then it gets to some shit like, I'm afraid of starting over. What do you mean you afraid of starting over? You've been doing this every single day. So at this point, we can understand the lack of knowledge and wisdom is contributing to depression and sadness. To which, if we listen not to our confusion and our idiocracy and shit, man, your spirit been telling you should leave that relationship job anyway. So you still there. So you ain't listening to the soul, fam. You ain't listening to the soul. You listening to your fear and your survival mechanisms. And that's going to be a hard journey. Because I could have did that too. I could have really did that too. But, you know, the benefit of not focusing on your sadness and your despair and your sickness and your loneliness is that you begin to say, I'm whole based upon my soul. And I'm going to tune into my soul. I'm going to fixate on my soul. And I'm going to fixate on my soul until I am moved. Understanding, I'm going to fixate on the invisible, the darkness, the abstract part of me until I am moved. Can we get that in the chat? Until I am moved, right? This is very important. This is very important because a lot of y'all are going to be like worried about meditation. Throw that out the window. Clearing your mind, throw that out the window. You just going to listen to your soul until it responds to you. You know that it ain't on the external. You know that it's strictly on the internal. Why? Because we're dealing with a full moon and we want to center into that fertility and growth that this new cycle presents itself. And we have a moon, we have a goddess representation, and it is releasing. It is releasing all of our fears, our doubts, anxieties, anger. We are releasing that because we are tuning into our soul. We don't do one without the other. We don't aimlessly release. We aim and focus on the only thing that matters. Yeah, you got a fat ass. Yeah, you got a lot of muscles. Yeah, you look good in gray sweats. Yeah, you got a six pack. But that is not what we are here for. That's not what we start this channel for, right? We start this channel for tuning in to that which is invisible, but is the larger part of our being. There's no way you go through this process and you like, well, Hood, this just don't make sense and it ain't working for me. The only thing that happens is if you don't do it, and you don't get no results. Yeah, you got to get your hands dirty. It ain't about no secret society. It's not about no secret society. It's about being a secret society unto yourself. Sometimes the 11th house is about, or Aquarius, it's about helping other people, or the house of social and all of that. And sometimes when I'm talking to people, I know that they're not ready. They got 11th house placements. And it's like, well, how did that work? Because the major part about the water bearer is that he has to fetch first. He don't just serve the community, because he don't got shit to serve them, right? So he has to really fetch the cosmos. And so one would say, where is that river at? That river is the blood that flows to your body, and you can tune into that right now. I feel the meditation power force of the full moon and our awareness moving to the stream of our blood, and we feeling the power of it. We are acknowledging and honoring our existence to be the most powerful occurrence to happen in all of mankind for us to observe this world. We value that. We honor that. We deify that. That is divine, family. We shed all historical remnants of who we are not, and we tap into who we are. And we listen. And we listen. And we continue to listen. And we listen some more. Because the things that our soul has to tell us is way more important than the things that some weird nigga on YouTube is telling you. So in understanding Earth Mother energy, because we're still dealing with the Rohini, Nakshatra, Aldebaran energy, multiple things for the same thing. And I'm dealing with I'm not going to give you no build up. If you want build up, check the website out. I'm going to give you the crux of this thing. Because if I say that Aldebaran represents a man, Aldebaran represents a man, and now you're like, okay, how does Aldebaran and Mithras talk about the menstrual blood? And I'm like, well, they don't really tie in. Now do it. So generally, when you talk about Jupiter and Mars and Saturn and all of these things have a feminine component. I said all of these things have a feminine component because when we reference planetary energy, it ain't no man personified. Get that out your mind. When you reference a planetary energy, you're not referencing an archon, you're referencing an aspect of the goddess. When you look at it, it's a globe, it's a disc, it's a circle, it's a mandala, it's a sigil, it's a glyph that ties into the goddess energy. And what is the goddess energy? You always saying the goddess energy. Well, that's the Shakti Kundalini that rises from the base of your spine. Every time you decide to stand the fuck up or think or move or put your hand up or, put on a cup of water, that's Shakti energy. And if you did not have Shakti energy, you wouldn't have consciousness. But when we bring our awareness to the goddess, then we honor and put it up on a pedestal. And we say, look, we ain't gonna get into no religions. When people start kicking that Ifa, I'll pass. People start kicking that Moorish, I'll pass. People start kicking at Orishas, I will pass. I'll do my own independent study and build my own independent relationship because I'm God just like you, God. To which, if you're going to give me a hierarchical system that's going to make me feel insecure or little in my godhood, I will pass. Because we got family and friends, we got woke family members who done been initiated, and now they going through hell, family. They going through hell. Because they don't know the ins and out of these actual systems and things of that nature and the ties and the ways that these energies take hold of your soul and your destiny. And now you got to do all of these things that you don't want to do. But since this energy is taking over your head, you going the wrong way. So I don't want y'all to feel like nobody else had a power over you when that's not the actual right and exact way of how this thing going. We are in the matrix. Okay? The matrix is the womb of creation. The matrix is dark matter. The matrix is every time you close your eyes, you see darkness. And where you see darkness and void and fear, I see opportunities to create and listen. And the reality of the matrix is that it's not based on feelings. The sower and the agriculturalist and the cultivator of seeds will have a much better crop than the person that's hoping and wishing over their damn farm, doing rituals over their damn farm. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to meditations over their damn farm. Okay? So if you ain't actually getting out there digging in the dirt and sowing your seeds, don't expect nothing to come from your goddamn secret garden. Okay? This is an intuitive process that you cannot be listening to other people tell you what to do in this shit because you're going to produce for them. Now, I asked y'all this question. I started this question. I'm back to this question. Are you a master builder or are you masses builder? I don't do this because I want to do this. I do this because I'm forced to a channel. I'd rather be catching up with my kids and things of that nature, but I cannot do it as bad as I want to. I can't. I have to get these messages out. Because these is real questions that y'all ain't even asking yourself. And this is information that y'all know. The reality is that I've never said nothing that you ain't never heard before. Fair enough. So this is why the encouragement is necessary because y'all know what time of the day it is. Shout out to my Uncle Reggie. That's what he used to tell me when I knew something that I already knew, but I was acting dumb. You know what time the day it is. I say, yeah, you're right. Let me get my shit together. So what do you need to do? You need to take care of your body inside and outside. Be like, well, it's the holiday times. I need to gorge on food. I need to do this. Hey, man, do what you need to. But if you ain't taking care of your body with this 5G technology taking over the planet, I feel sorry for you. I got to drink a gallon of water by necessity. I got to balance my pH balance through herbals by necessity. I ain't doing none of this shit because I have to. I am not doing none of this shit because I want to. I'm doing this shit for a necessary component for survival. My wife say once your body get used to a certain thing, you gotta act on that certain thing. I say yeah, but then again, I feel like shit. If I wasn't doing this, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know where I'd be, honestly. So right now, we're actually at a point. Do we deal with nature as the end all be all to growth, or we deal with our ideologies? So I'll do you one better. You come to nature with all your theories and she knocks them all flat. Another thing is when we plan, God laughs. So tune in to that part of you that's primal and organic. Fellas, ladies, that menstrual blood tied into your already works that you're doing. This is for the adults too. I made sure to let no children get in on this video. This is for the adults. You're not having no menstruation process because it's something that you're supposed to dread. Y'all listen to me. Listen to this train of thought real quick. And let me come back. I got a point and I gotta center myself and drink some water. Give me 20 seconds. So let's just deal with this train of thought that we on right now. Let's just deal with let's just imagine. So it's two people out here that I'm talking to that I'm not talking to. The people that love their jobs, love their relationships, love their existence. This is not for you. Continue in your bliss. And I'm mad that you're not sharing information that we can get to your level, but I'll get to you later. Let's turn all of our attention to the people who hate their job. I've been there. Hate their relationships. I've been there. Hate the city that they live in. I've been there. And then have access to menstrual blood, meaning that your wife menstruates or you are a woman that has menstruation. Since we don't know about cycles, it's a theme running, and trust me, this is all channel. I couldn't think about this shit on my level of thought if I tried. I couldn't think on this level. Okay, so y'all just gotta trust that what I'm saying is coming from another place. So this is what we don't know about cycles. Every 28 days, the woman has a cycle to rebirth or recreate the world that we live in. Because what are we talking about? We're talking about matrices. Okay? And a matrix is another word for a womb. However, every day that matrix resets, and every 28 days that matrix reset. We are here for a cosmic resetting because the sun is rising with Antares every day from November 29th to the December 2nd. So 10 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, better odds, your wife or you are experiencing menstruation or whatever you call that process, whatever name you give it. However, that's because you are in alignment with the cosmos. This is glorious, right? This is amazing to be in such alignment with the cosmos. You're not in this alignment for nothing. You are in this alignment to create. However, your ability to listen is your ability to create, because if you key off on your ego, which we all do, we tend to create from that place, but we get the thing that we think we need, but it's generally not the thing that we need. We just want it. So it's never a point of actually intending more than it is a point of listening and responding to that which is true, that which is abstract. So in that space of listening, there is no space, and I repeat, there is no space to say, boy, I hate this car. Because I had I had the loudest car in Detroit for, for all of 2020. I did my best to keep it clean, and I was always grateful that, say, man, I'm happy I do got this car just in case some shit pop off. I can get a point A, point B. I'm going to get another car because the process is going to be treat this car right. Never complain about this car. Love this car. Manifested a new van over the weekend. Easy shit. I could have easily got on here every live talking about how loud my car is, how uncomfortable it make me feel, how everybody got new cars and I feel the only person that got a hoopty. I'm a goddamn sore thumb out here. I'm doing all of this work. I can't even ride around in a new car. I got kids, more kids, my family growing. I don't got a van. Boo-hoo. Feel sorry for me. Please hit up my GoFundMe. Right? I simply just let it go. And then put my effort into what I had, put my gratitude into what I had, because shit, I didn't even have to have that car. Imagine having 4 kids and hopping on the bus. That'd be a whole journey within itself. And it get cold in Detroit from what I hear and from what I'm starting to experience. And my cheeks ain't never felt this level of frigidness in a while. And my beard is kind of thick, but the cold in Detroit is lightweight disrespectful. But that's a whole nother conversation. We'll keep moving forward. Your ability to tap into this menstrual period and, you know, old school shit, y'all can eat some spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? If it's grossing you out, pour a little cup into your spaghetti. If this gross you out, then don't do it, fam. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? My wife made candles. We made a candle with our energies entwined in the candle and burned it for the full moon. That's just a suggestion. You know, if you can't work with your essential fluids and things of that nature, you probably going to just end up being an essential worker. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you want. We need you, right? We dependent upon essential workers. That's why they're essential. However, you might have bigger goals and aspirations for yourself. And don't be telling me how you complain about your job, about your work, about your thing, and you got access to menstrual blood, fam. And if you like, well, that's evil, that's voodoo, that's nasty, I can't do that. Hating your job is evil. That's voodoo. That's nasty. Hating your partner, that's evil. That's voodoo. That's nasty. I wish I would give toxic energy to my wife. I wish I would, bro. Like, y'all tweaking at a level that I've never seen before. And I blame the spiritual people that's influencing your subconscious mind on nonsense, to which we have to redirect it to cyclical time. Every 28 days, we have an ability to create, because we dealing with the matrix. The matrix ain't the world, fam. It's your wife's womb. It is your womb, and your care for the world is the care for your womb. I said this before. It ain't going to change, though, because I said it before, and that's the problem. Sometimes y'all feel like y'all heard it before, to which y'all don't got to adhere to it. Yeah, I bought a womb steam 6 months ago. I'm good. You took a shower 6 months ago. You gonna stink like hell 6 months later. And you can't say I took a shower 6 months ago. I should be good. And I'm not saying buy a womb steam from my wife. You could talk to my wife and she'll tell you the herbs so you can make your own damn womb steam. However, if you don't feel like you got enough time and energy and effort to do that, she'll do it for you. That's the purpose of a service and a good, to do the things that you can do. However, if you can do it, you need to do it. Men and women, because that urethra, fellas, filthy. Filthy urethras.
Hi, Mama.
Ashe. Nothing. Just making sure this is the right slide. Yeah, this is the right slide. Later in the week, because this is the Astro Vibes for the week, we're going to deal with like Thursday and Friday. Mercury trine Chiron and Venus trine Neptune. This is for energy later in the week. I might splice it and cut it and re-upload it later around this time, because we'll get into the actual aspects of this question, right? are you a master builder or are you Massa's builder? And all you got to do is watch Lego, fam. It ain't that complicated or deep of a question. You feel me? You got to in tune to your inner builder within yourself. And I know you too good for this shit because you are super duper accomplished person. But then we get to the master builder, the idea is to get rid of all of our accomplishments and things that we hold value to. And oh, I'm so excited and so powered up because I get to start over. I know who I am, so I know the energy that I'm gonna bring forward. So starting over is just exciting to me because I noticed I made some mistakes in this last go around. I could have loved deeper. I could have did things a little bit better. I could have did some more better time management, and we could have did better business steps. You understand? We could have did our business in a different type of way, set up our shit a little better. Guess what we gonna do this new cycle? We gonna set up our business better. You feel me? We gonna deal with our relationship better. We gonna deal with our children a little bit better. If you don't understand cyclical nature, you gonna hold on to the fact that you a deadbeat and things of that nature, right? I'm a deadbeat, hood. This thing happened in the past. Well, you'll catch the new cycle and you can write it all over again. Damn, don't be this way. Don't be this way. So basically we're tapping into the practical ways that we can actually build. And since we are dealing with our foundation of our womb towards the end of the week, the cycles will be over, the releasing will be over, and even though it's a waning moon, the foundational build. See, the problem with esoteric knowledge and doctrine is that you have to repeat the concepts when they align to the time because there's so many concepts, but the concepts align with space and time, to which the concepts begin spread out, to which it becomes a level plane of existence, to which you can stand on top of and walk in another light, in another realm. To which, if you imagine all of these concepts to be condensed and that you have to kind of rummage through, then this is the value of astrology, because it spreads the esotericism out. And now you deal with these things when you need them or when they occur, right? All of the nature that exists, it doesn't happen. You don't get a hurricane, firestorm, tornado, and all of that all at the same time. It'd be like, then a time of peace. And then a whole time of upheaval and things of that nature. So I say all of that to say, if you can go into this waning moon, like what practical tools can I use to level up? And the reason why I got that little picture with me sitting under that arc is because if you build it, then you should be able to stand under it. Listen, I talk about chakras because I'm going through chakras. I sell sage and Palo Santo because I burn sage and Palo Santo. Put out a journal because I work with the journal. I put out astrology readings because I study astrology weekly, daily almost. You understand? These are the things that I'm naturally doing. I will stand under this. I'm the hood mystic. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm talking live. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm just out here putting my neck on the line, meaning that I'll stand under my arch and this shit won't crack. You understand? I'll be here when everybody fall off because what I'm saying is true. I'm saying tune into you. Don't tune into me. Everybody else is telling you tune into them or some indirect modality to which you won't get the thing that you need to get. So if you build something esoterically, then you should be able to stand under it. And not be worried about if it's if it falls under you, then it's game over, right? And since you have that worry, I tell you another thing. When you a small business owner, that's like you standing under an archway. And every single day I stand under the archway, like, look, y'all, it ain't fell over my head. Look, y'all, it ain't fell over my head. Now, I could deal with the concentration, meaning the study and the steps necessary for my archway to be built, Or I can be hoping and wishing it, like halfway hustling and like, well, I got an arch. It ain't fail on me yet. It ain't fail on me yet. It ain't fail on me yet. That's these spiritual niggas out here. It's bound to fail. It's bound to fall. Why? Because what is the spiritual work? Is the spiritual work pulling people in, or is the spiritual work people tuning in to their own divinity, building their own archways? I know it's subtle, but if you put your mind to it, it'll make a lot more sense. So, faced with the choice between changing one's mind and proving that there is no need to do so, almost everyone gets busy on the proof. So, it's not about the evidence or the data or the statistics. It's about you and what you want to do. Hey man, I sell boat tires on the side of the road up on, it's a store right now that sell boat tires right now. He go to his company where he sell boat tires. Boats is sell, they don't even, you need tires, they on water. But he sell boat tires because sometimes you gotta get your boat from to the goddamn streets to the water. And all he do is sell boat tires. Don't nobody mess with that man. He loved boat tires. He loved making them, and it's a need for that. So don't get caught up on the minutia, or don't even get caught up on what other people is doing. I do you one better. Because what you decide to do, people will be looking at you like, damn, this nigga done came through with the boat tires. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's selling boat tires all of a sudden. You feel me? That's how it works. We seen the random, what was that? Something more. What was that? Lake Moore. Cybermore. Cybermore. I'm like, what the hell is going on in Cybermore? You have no idea what's going on in these damn companies, in these businesses. And y'all feel like, I gotta work at this job. I don't like this job. I gotta sell incense or I ain't woken up. Look, you can sell cement. You can sell paper. You can sell microphones. You can sell wires, fam. You can sell copper. There's so many things that people need that our minds are so closed off to. So one of the things that I would hope is that we could have an open mind. And then with that open mind, construct valuable things that the family can actually use and utilize. So the ancient Romans had a tradition whenever one of the engineers constructed an arch. As the capstone was hoisted into the place, the engineer assumed accountability for his work in the most profound way possible. He stood under the arch. Those who have ears, let them hear. Those who have eyes, let them see. Jesse hit me with the ashe. He agreed. He doing too much right now. He doing a lot. Like, that's my guy. So we still in the later week energies and dealing with propaganda, the power of the written word, and the ability to use the written word for our own personal benefit, and to deal with relationships because we dealing with Venus trine Neptune. Venus dealing with our love aspect. Neptune dealing with our spiritual development aspect. So where y'all try to put love off as like an existential thing, some tender thing, some fuck, some bump in the night type of energy, or being with somebody that you don't like, this is not the channel for that. This is really not the channel for that. This is not the channel for learning how to hook up and shit like that. I don't know shit about that. And if you ask me, I say that's the wrong move. I don't got no judgment. I'm just saying, I used to slang my dangalang all over the city and town, and that ain't the way I get down. I can't do that. That shit ain't right. That shit corny. That shit whack. That shit get you in trouble. Everybody I know that got shot, 9 times out of 10 got shot over slanging they dangalang. And for me, I'm about establishing true love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe in love. I believe in passion. I believe in kisses and cuddles and sitting on my face and growing our children and all of that. I don't want to be with her and her and her and her. That shit corny. Now, Venus trine Neptune, if you a her and her or a him and him type of energy, you not gonna get it. Because we talking about growth and ease, to which struggle and hardship generally presents itself when you in relationships that you're not spiritually aligned to be in. Y'all, I've been there, and I know some of y'all is there. Y'all like, damn, I'm catching the bus right now. This nigga hood talking about catching the bus. Damn, it's some bullshit. And you know it's tied into a toxic relationship. You get into a real relationship, your life change, you upgrade, you level up, you do all the things you need to do. You get that real support, you get that real love. Where would I be without real love? I wouldn't be here talking to y'all. I'd probably be at the strip club, lost in, I'd be talking, what is it, Sundays, Monday Night Football. That's where I was at, trying to catch up with the world. But the world is found in the matrix, the womb. So when you deal with Venus trine Neptune, you got to really ask yourself, am I struggling in life? Am I really struggling? I know people think I'm doing good, but I know the real. And I know that I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out. I got the solution for you. One ear out the other alert. I got to get me a little graphic. That one ear out the other is when I drop profound shit, but it's too simple, so y'all just give it up to be something that's just one ear out the other. You can be grateful for a new beginning and create a new life for yourself, fam. Everything is a matter of perception. You can create any atmosphere with your life through gratitude and new beginnings, because it's all a simple matter of perception. The perception of submitting during a waning moon is perfect, because you're just dealing with the perception of giving up all of the things that you no longer need, and your body does the rest. Your body say, hey man, you don't need these toxins, go take a piss, man, let's release this. Don't let your past cloud your future. So profound. But if we're continuously moving in our repetitive, everyday, linear thought, because time and thinking, they have to have some relation. They have to. Because the idea of a cyclical thought, the idea of starting over, that is your woke nigga rhetoric of you don't need anything, but they missing the point. Because the astrology allows you, because you are going to have to go through these cycles and these growth. So there is a level of none of this matters. But in understanding that, it might take a while to really exploit it and to have it, grow into something that's tangible. Because we're dealing with the energy, the homophones of right. So during this week, I really want you to think about right. And I wrote something. Maybe I can remember it. It's always right when you do it right. Even if you are not a right, at the very least, you can simply write. I said right 4 different ways, and it kind of went together in a certain type of aspect. And I'm just like, yo, the things that you write, or the rituals you put out, tapped in with your intentions, the candle magic that you do, the altar work that you do, with understanding for wisdom, not hexing or love work or money work and thinking that these things is going to help you. They not, for real. But when you're doing the sincere work, you'll get the love. So when you do the sincere work, you get the breakups too. That's a very important thing. Because nothing worse than being with somebody that you ain't supposed to be with and trying to make it work because you think that's what you should do. That's horrible. You ruining people's lives. You and some of y'all are very powerful, godlike energies. You understand what I'm saying? Of course they gonna want to be with you. Of course they ain't gonna want to leave you, right? So you playing with them for real, because you know they need you and you know you the dominant one in a relationship. To which you know that ain't the energy that you need to be rocking with. You need to be the strong one and let that go and let that person grow. You understand what I'm saying? However, do as thou wilt. That's the law down here. The writer is an engineer of the human soul. So what you write will come true. And if you ain't writing nothing, don't expect nothing to be handed to you. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and tapping in with me. You said there's a question? It's not literally menstrual blood that we referencing. We referencing soma and we referencing cycles. So within this cycle, you can come up with a ritualistic aspect to menstrual blood. It could be red wine. So say for instance in church, they be like, here's the blood of Jesus and this is the body of Jesus, but it's not his literal blood, it's not his literal body. And they got millions of people, billions of people brainwashed off of fake blood and a fake body. So that's why I say it's for men and women to tap into menstrual blood as a symbol or a fact. And if you do not have the fact, you create the symbol. Dudes who like beauty, they can't be beautiful. What they do, they draw beauty. They look at beauty. They observe beauty. Vice versa. You know? So don't get caught up in the minutia or the details or the actual literal aspect of it. Because there will be a time when you have it, and there will be a time that you don't have it as a physical representation. But we always have the symbology. And we talking about astrology here. You understand? And I'm just using my wife and women like my wife as cues on that they goddesses. Not on cues that, you know, they special, but they need to know this because they might have felt like they was gonna get a fairy tale Tinkerbell role with a wand and start flying around here and things like that. You know, when really the indication that they was a goddesses is that they monthly was going to coincide at the same time as a lunar eclipse. They call it a blood moon, fam. I ain't call it that. That Google called that shit. So it's all symbols and symbology. So you can take that energy and you can bestow it on younger women, ladies. You can bestow it on younger. That's the goal of the maiden. Because the maiden, the problem with the world is that the maiden say, "Oh, I'm lit. Fuck y'all." That's what she do. That's what she do. And then when she get older, you know what I'm saying, she get the hysterectomies, and the mom ain't telling the girl, the young girl's like, "Hey, womb health, very important." She just say, "Hey, get your credit together." If she telling you that, she say, "You got a job?" "Yeah, I got a job. I'm paying my rent." "Okay, good. Bye now." So when you reference what's necessary and what's actually valued, the reality is that we not being taught it. And then if you catching this information and you vibrating with it and you benefiting of it, don't be like your ancestors in that aspect, in that regard. Don't be like your elders in that aspect or that regard. Share the information, share their wealth, and share their knowledge. And to answer your question, it's reliant upon maidens in your life to bestow energy upon you. That's what we must do with our elders. Period. Young ladies, it's reliant on older women to give you game and knowledge, and not game or knowledge on how to play niggas or extort niggas or how to get niggas for their money. Teach you about your goddesshood within yourself, and your goddesshood is your menstrual blood. Period. Every month, from the time you fucking 12 to the time you 55, it's like 50 years of littiness, of manipulation, of creation every month that majority of women dread. And then we wonder why the world is the way it is. Hopefully I'm making sense. Hopefully what I'm saying matters and it influences you to begin to bestow energy, bestow protection on your elders, and bestow wisdom and knowledge on your descendants. Because that's what's needed. Information, wisdom, knowledge, and transfer. Because when you talk about Aldebaran and you talk about Antares, you get a lot of secret society energy. You get a lot of, and the thing about secret society is that they're not telling people what's happening. And that's a real problem. Because the only way that I'm here is because people share game with me, share knowledge with me. And that's what this platform is. Anytime I get a channel, anytime I get a download, I'm just here spitting it out, spewing it out. And it's now 3 o'clock. That give me an hour before my reading start. So I'm going to utilize this time for some rest and relaxation and some listening to the soul. I like y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, but the job is not done. We still grow on this platform. We still growing this channel. In order for y'all to do it, we need shares. We need likes. We need subscriptions. We need word of mouth. We need you to share it on your Instagram story, your Facebook story, your Snapchat, your TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? Get the word out if it so moves you. We do appreciate you from tapping in. From me and Mama Mystic, we gonna go ahead and sign out and enjoy the rest of the day. Got all of my content out for the week, and so I got a real special interview planned later in the week, and I can't wait to share that with y'all. So I'll see y'all probably again Thursday or Friday, but y'all know how I am. I might be on here a little later today. I'm just a little crazy like that. So peace to y'all. Have a great day, and tap in or don't tap dance. You feel me?
What I saw was a lot of fake people, a lot of phony people. There are ways that I could intellectualize it, but I wouldn't even do that because I'm not trying to show you my skills. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Well, I don't make my work for you to interpret it. I make it for black young people so that they can understand that we are at war, that we have to be strong-minded, that we have to be productive, that we have to be unafraid of expressing ourselves and getting what we want in this society. Well, what most people who know my work know is that I don't only teach young blacks to be militant, I teach them to be intelligent, substantive, to make analysis. I think that America has to stop painting young black people as being uncivilized and irrational. The gap between young people and the rest of society is that young people don't have hope. Jesse Jackson says keep hope alive, but there is no hope because they look at the leadership, number one, and they say, okay, to get along in American society, you have to be a sellout. You have to put on a suit, talk like a white man, ask for what white people want, say what white people like to be successful. And young black people don't see that as something that they want to strive for. We want to be able to be who we are, talk how we talk, walk how we walk, live how we want to live, and be producers and providers for our children in the... What I saw was a lot of fake people, a lot of phony people. There are ways that I could intellectualize it, but I wouldn't even do that because I'm not trying to show you my skills. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Powerful is when you can deliver resources, services, and substances to your people and not compromise. The only black people who can become mayors of these cities are people who compromise with the white power system and deliver the resources to other places other than our community. I'm going to tell you what for. What we need to do is get our experts together, make an economic assessment of our relationship to America, our contributions to corporate activity, and divest from America as a white racist institution. Black youth, we spend a lot of money on sneakers, we spend a lot of money on gear, we spend a lot of